Those 8-foot ladders are heavy, but hey, you gotta have one if you got 10-foot ceilings. I'm gonna quickly talk about this exhaust fan. This is just an exhaust fan. It's not a light and an exhaust fan. It's just an exhaust fan. Now, let's say you have an old exhaust fan. This one's a kind of a new style and it's fine. But let's say you got a fan pretty much like that and it's not working, or it's making some buzzing noises or some crackling or squeaking or whatever. Usually on the old ones, you look where the cord is right here, okay? That one happens to go into a little it's got a plug in on there. You see it right there, okay? That one just pops out, it just pulls out. I'm just gonna end up loosening it, wiggling it, and pulling it out, but that's if I needed to do anything else to it, but I don't. You know, this one actually had lots of lint, so since I'm up here, I might as well. It wasn't that much lint and stuff. I was kind of surprised being in a bathroom next to a kitchen, you know. But anyway, because the cover is loaded with stuff on it that I have to clean off. And I took it down. I took the cover off because they repainted the ceiling. But anyways, on lots of ceiling fans this size, you can take the fan motor and assembly out. And on the old ones, there would be a screw right here and a screw over here. Now I'm feeling these, and that's like a pop rivet. This is a newer style one. I could reach in there and clean that too if I wanted, you know, with a rag or a brush or something. But it seems okay. But the older ones has kind of a bracket like this that the motor and the motor right here fits on it, and then a fan that comes around on it. Well, I guess there is. Wow, I'm gonna have to get up there with a little brush since before I put the cover on and get all that stuff out of there. A little toothbrush will do that. So when you get ready to change out your toothbrush, save one for cleaning, would you? Anyways, you can generally unscrew it, maybe one screw here, and then there's a slot right there where it slides in. You can pop it out, unplug it, and take that down to the hardware store. Some places have little fan motors and the fan housing up above that you can buy. And then you would, once you take this down on the ground, you can undo these nuts right here, and then you can take the motor out, let's say. And on this one, you can do that. Instead of unscrewing this whole piece, I'd have to undo these nuts, unplug it, lift this up, and then I guess I'm thinking it's small enough to fit down through this hole or something. You know, maybe squeeze down through here. Not sure how that comes out. There should be a screw here and here, but they pop riveted it for some reason. But anyway, sometimes you can get those at the store to match up with yours. And that's a matter of coming back here, mounting it back on your mounting assembly, bolting the motor back on, putting it back up there, screwing it there, and plugging it back in, and voila, you've got it. Because if you can't do that, then you might be like, okay, how am I going to fix that? Well, you got to replace the whole ceiling fan, the housing, the whole thing. Then you got to measure this exactly, get one exactly the same size. You don't want it any smaller because then you're going to have to patch the ceiling. Then you got to crawl up in the attic and undo it. And incidentally, if you do that, some of these, both of them, well, I'm not seeing on this one, usually there's a housing, this housing is deeper, and then there's a tube with a little fan paddle that flops out, and that's for your exhaust, and then it either hooks in to a little exhaust pipe that then goes up through your roof or down to an eave or something. And the thing I was going to say with that, some are 3 inches in diameter, while others are 4 inch. And so you got to crawl up there, make sure you know which one you get, because if it's a 3 inch, your vent, you want to make sure that your pipe size coming out of the new one is 3 inch. You don't want to take a 4 inch and then you have to reduce it down while you're up there in the attic, or you don't want to do vice versa. Get a 3 inch, well then you got a 4 inch pipe up there. You can finagle it in there and re-screw it to it and put some duct tape on it and that kind of stuff. That's better having a 4 inch pipe up there than the very opposite what I'm saying. Have a 4 inch outlet from the exhaust fan to a 3 inch. Then you got to cut the pipe up there and fold it out and screw it on. I mean, it's kind of funky. So, you know, you don't feel comfortable up there in your attic, maybe your crawl holes on the other side of the house, or you think, oh, no problem, I'll just get a bigger one. And then you got to cut it out, and maybe sometimes it's framed around all 4 edges, and your blocks, you know, you have to remove 2 blocks, and you're up there sweating and having a hard time up there getting all your tools up there, and you're only working by yourself, and somebody can't hand you stuff up through the hole after you get that disconnected, and you're kind of concerned about electrical. You're not an electrician, you're not quite sure how to reattach the wires up, all that kind of stuff. You can fix that if you can just take that motor out and replace the motor and your fan, or maybe the fan hooks onto it and you think, okay, the fan's fine, all I need is a new motor. Okay, check stuff like that out before you start thinking about replacing the entire unit. Good luck. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. All right, I gotta clean off the fan cover on that, and I'll get up there, clean off the fan housing up in there and all that before I snap that cover back on. All right, I know what to do next.